Hi, it's Chris and welcome to my learning channel on the steam-driven interwebs. This episode we're talking ISO, what it is and how it affects you. ISO is a pretty weird thing. It's not like shutter speed and aperture which directly relate to something on the camera. For instance, your shutter speed obviously is your shutter speed. The aperture describes the size of the hole letting the light in through your lens, so those are direct camera terms. But ISO, that's something different. ISO is a word that comes from the International Organization for Standardization. And because the iOS, not the ISO, can be translated into many acronyms depending on your language, they decided that the word they would use was ISO, not ISO, but ISO. And it's a contraction of the Greek root isos, which means equal, and therefore standards, everything is equal. So that's what ISO stands for, that's where it comes from. It doesn't relate to anything, in fact, on your camera, but what it does do is it describes the sensitivity of the camera sensor to light. The lower the ISO, in most cases the lowest a camera will go, is ISO 100. That is the least sensitive to light, but it does give you the best sharpness, contrast, saturation. It does give you purity of image, for want of a better term. Then the higher the ISO, the more noise you're going to get. Noise is what I'm showing in the background here. Less saturation, less sharpness, less dynamic range. So lower is better, higher is not, but sometimes you have to go high. Sometimes you have to set your ISO high depending on how much available light there is. When your aperture is wide open, when your shutter speed is as low as it will go before you start getting blurs and people not being sharp. And think of ISO as being like tickling a baby. When you just touch it, then it's fine. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise, gives you a nice little smile, you've got a perfect photo. Then you start tickling some more and the baby gets noisier and starts grinning and giggling, and that's fine, you can handle that. But when you really start tickling it madly, you get up to about ISO 8000, you've got a lot of noise coming from this baby. Start tickling up to 26,000 ISO and you have an unbearable noise. You've got something you can't use, both the photographer and the baby. The examples behind me here, the cycling photo, the first one, this is shot at ISO 100, and you see it's sharp, it's saturated, it's beautiful. The next one is shot at ISO 5000, shot under floodlights of some football supporters, and it's still looking good, but you can get away with it because it's darker and a little bit of grain isn't going to kill anyone. The soccer image, that's getting really grainy. What you probably can't see on the internet is on the dark shorts there's a lot of grain and noise. That's shot at ISO 8000. And then just to show you exactly what I'm talking about, this comparison of the shot of the two cameras, at the back of the two cameras, on the left ISO 100 and then a lot higher ISO on the right, and you can see the grain and the noise quite clearly. Right, there you have it. Now you know as much about ISO as I do. And in upcoming episodes that are closely related to ISO, we're going to do the aperture, we're going to do another one on shutter speed, how to use them to your advantage, and then we're going to do an episode that incorporates the ISO, the shutter speed and the aperture in one called the exposure triangle. Join me then. And please don't forget to interact with me. Leave your comments down below, ask some questions, I'll answer them in future videos. Subscribe over here, but you need to be logged in on a computer to do that. You can't do that on Apple TV. And best of all, ring the bell up there, the YouTube bell.